Hi, thanks for joining me on this episode of Understanding Business. This is utlradio.com, your business success and legal information station, and I'm your host, Peter Lamont. Today I'm going to be answering a question about whether or not it's important to have an accountant as soon as you start your business. Now, this is a question that I get often because the idea of going out and getting an accountant and worrying about that when you're just starting your business is oftentimes too much for people to take or to handle, and so they push it off to the back end of their to-do list. Well, when you start a business, there are a few things that you need right out of the gate, and a good accountant is one of them. It's so important not to get behind on your financial obligations, especially your taxes, because it becomes very, very challenging to try to come back from a large tax deficit that you might have. I know when you start a business, your focus is on building that brand and getting customers and clients in and making money so that you can feed yourself and your family. And who wants to think about an accountant? I've heard the excuse, oh, not enough money is coming into my business to warrant me worrying about an accountant. And that's just wrong thinking. Because maybe the first year you get a tax bill and you say, all right, I'm not going to worry about it. I can pay it off over time. And then you're behind a year and you never catch up, and it becomes really, really challenging. So it is so critical for you to select a qualified accountant, and you should do that by going out and interviewing some of the accountants that are in your area. Find out, do they handle businesses? Are they familiar with small businesses? How about employment tax? Do they know about that sort of thing? How do they work? Do they come into your office, or do you send everything to them remotely? These are things that you need to know before you start bringing money into your business. Now, in the event that you are maybe in a hole or in a situation and you do owe the IRS money, don't wait to get help, because the longer you wait, the worse it is. And there are a lot of places out there to go to get help. One of them is My Tax Relief Now. And you can reach out to them at 1-844-226-8112. And you give them like 3.5 minutes of your life, and they can drastically help you reduce your tax debt, or even if it's worse, liens, things like that. But you have to go and reach out for someone to help you, because if you're in a tough spot, it's not going to fix itself. And what if, we don't like to think about this, but what if your business starts to fail and now you're left with this huge tax debt? What's going to happen? And you don't want to bury your head in the sand and say, oh, I'll deal with it when it happens, or I'll pretend it's not there. You want to get help. So the key here is, if you're going to start a business, an absolute must-have is qualified accountant. In the event that you are already in a situation, then you're going to want to reach out to somebody to help you deal with the IRS and bring yourself back to a level playing field, so that you don't have to lose sleep at night over your tax situation. Well, thanks for joining me today. If you have questions about this, you can feel free to email us at info@utlradio.com, and we'd be happy to speak with you. There's also going to be some links in the show notes today to organizations that can help you. For example, My Tax Relief Now. So thanks, and we'll see you next time. Today we talked about the importance of dealing with having an accountant and settling any tax debt. And sometimes I know it can be overwhelming. So if you or someone you know owes the IRS $10,000 or more, you owe it to yourself to give My Tax Relief Now a call. You can call them at 1-844-226-8112. 844-226-8112. Give them 3 minutes and 22 seconds of your life, and they will give you free information that you need to help you deal with your tax situation and relieve your stress and concern. Expert agents will guide you through the process and help you get your finances in order once and for all. There are many outstanding programs available out there that may be able to resolve your IRS tax debt. So call their office today and get your free and private tax debt analysis. Again, that number is 1-844-226-8112. This is extremely important. You don't want to wait if you owe the IRS $10,000 or more. Don't jeopardize your family or your business.